Welcome to the new episode. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic, especially for beginners. And this is basically the answer to the question, where should you start investing in crypto and which areas should you focus on? Like, should you do future trading? Should you do investing into AI or whatever? So this is the topic we're going to talk about today. And we know from experience that a lot of investors struggle with that decision and often make the wrong choice, which ends up to like them losing money because they chose like the wrong area for them, the wrong style of investing. And yeah, we're gonna tackle this. Jacques, I give you the word.
Let's get started. So, for those of you who know me, I like to take things to look at the bird's eye view, at the main perspective. And before we can even get into what categories you can make money in crypto or which one you should focus on as a beginner, I think we should first watch the main categories where you can make money in crypto. So in my head, what pops up right now, you're either in a team, so you launch your own token and you can make money with that, or you are a day trader or a perpetual trader. You just use futures, you go on Binance or whatever, Bybit, and you use leverage, as you see many people on Twitter do, or you're an investor. Or what you can also do is be in crypto and have a job, like you can help people with like Discords, or you can just write some article for people. And for me, these are the four main categories. What do you think?
I think these are the main four categories where how you can make money full time in crypto. Then there are of course like stuff like you can also do swing trading. There are all sorts of trading basically that you can.
For me, that's investing, I would say.
And crypto is already investing. The time frames in crypto are a bit different. But you can also do stuff like airdrop farming. You can, I think these are the main ones. Yeah, I'm totally on your side on that. And I think everyone who starts with crypto starts with future trading or some form of leverage to increase the speed of to get to where they want, and which is most of the times to get rich.
Yeah.
So, but this is actually one of the most dangerous ones, especially for beginners, and only for a very small percentage of people, this is actually the area which they should focus on. So, I think as a small add-on, maybe there are some ways to farm airdrops and stuff like this. So this, I would say, is also a way to make money. And of course, DeFi, yield farming, which is only, again, for a very small percentage of people, very profitable, and the rest lose money.
I would say if you look at the people that we know, and we've been to countless of conferences, we've met a lot of crypto people, right? If you would kind of need to weigh the percentage of how many millionaires or whatever super rich people have made money with being in a team, how many have you met who are good because they use leverage trading? How many are rich because they're investors? And how many you think are rich because they did airdrop farming or full-time jobs, writing articles and all of that?
I would say the top two places are either people who have been in a crypto team or investors. I would say these are the, when you look at the biggest portion of people in crypto who are rich, then those two categories are true. In my opinion.
Yeah, these are which you find the more often.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're richer than leverage traders because they're very successful.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just if you have 10 people, you would say maybe 7, 8 are either investors or team founders or...
Yeah, exactly. And then there's one guy who's very good at trading. Yeah. And another guy who's doing some other shit in crypto.
Like MEV bots and trading shit.
You're just when you have conversations with these guys, you're like, what the hell are you
talking about? Yeah. All right. Now that we've established this, we now know which sectors give us the most crypto millionaires. Now, my next question would be to you, why do you think that is? Why do you think that most of the people who are rich in crypto are either rich because they are in a team or they launch their own token, or they're investors. Why don't you think that all of the perpetual traders and MEV bot guys or job or airdrop farmers, why are there such a small percentage of the whole crypto part?
I think when you look at investing, you also have different styles of investing.
Yeah.
Which is also one argument why investing as a overarching category, like why so many people are millionaires within that investing category. This is maybe one thing or one argument for investing, why it's so big. And for the team side, I would say, and this is a bold argument, I would say there are less risks to investing and building a project in crypto and making money with it than to trading in crypto. This is just my opinion, but I know a lot of traders who started in crypto and ended up not trading crypto anymore and trading like Forex and stuff like this, because crypto as an asset for trades can be very dangerous. And there are so many variables, like things you have to check, that makes crypto as an asset for trades very hard, and maybe harder than other asset classes. But for investing, if you know how to evaluate projects, the theory is quite simple. Like, you invest in something when there's a bear market, you sell when there's a bull market. That's the magic. And then before that, you have to understand like which projects actually to invest in. And for the team side, like if you're good at marketing and know how to market a coin, then it's pretty easy to gain attention.
Yeah.
And the team basically creates money out of thin air. Like, the only capital they invest is the money for like maybe the marketing. And I would say for 99% of the projects out there, that's it. And then you maybe have some other projects who also put some money into development. So the downside risk for teams is pretty low. The only risk that they have is that they wasted their time. But yeah, we talked about this already. Like, launching a token is not that hard. Yeah. So this is my take on it. What's your idea?
Yeah. So basically, just to recap what you said, like you mentioned that the risk is less important, or
it's more manageable.
Exactly. Like, could you define it a little bit more without talking hours about it, just in a few sentences, so that everyone understands what you're meaning?
Yeah. So when you do an investment, one thing that you also look at is which risks are associated to that investment. You create some rules, and that's it. You have monitoring, but the monitoring is not like, there are not too many things that you need to look at. When you do a trade, you have to understand which setups you trade. You have so many more things that you need to look at, which makes trading as a whole much more difficult and much easier to fail than it is true for investing. That's my take. I don't know what do you think about it?
Yeah, no, that's a good approach. And yeah, first of all, I really think that humans, they tend to do what's the easiest for them. You know, if I have option A and it's going to bring me $1 million, and I have option B that's going to bring me $1 million, and A is easier than B, of course I'm going to do A.
Yeah.
And I think because so many people already have a business background, or they're good at marketing, they go into the space and they saw other people like making millions and dumb money, and just enter into the space and like, wow, if I market good in this space, my net worth is going to explode. Yeah. So this is why they all come. And because they already have the skills from the business world or from other ventures they had, they apply it in the crypto markets, and then they make a lot of money. And then, yeah, as you said, I also think investing is not easy.
No.
I don't think it's easy. It's just there are way more possibilities to make money, because there are just so many sectors, okay, in the cryptocurrency space. Like, you can, in every category, you can become a millionaire.
Yeah.
And I think the big thing is with leverage trading is that it just enhances like one of the hardest parts in crypto, which is like emotional control. Because if you think about it, bro, like imagine you have like 10,000 USD.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine the emotions I'm trading, I have when I trade Bitcoin on spot. Spot means without leverage, all right? It's just like, it's the least volatile assets in crypto, and it's just like, man, it's, you feel the emotions, but then imagine you had a 10x leverage. So all of a sudden you have 100K, but you only have 10,000 to your name, which means like, it's like 10x your net worth.
Yeah.
Like if prices go up, of course you're going to be super euphoric. If prices go down, you're going to think like, shit, like, like you want to sell directly and you just don't feel good.
Yeah.
So I think it's really this, it enhances the emotion of the trade. And this is where most mistakes happen, because you cannot keep rational, you don't follow a plan, and this is why you lose everything. And that's because the two main emotions that ruin people in crypto, I think, are greed and fear. And this is exactly what's being enhanced with leverage trading. People don't want to take the long and hard way. If you ask any professional athlete, any pro, everywhere, they're going to tell you they've been through hell for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Of course, you can reach a certain level faster, but you have to do the work. And most people just want to get rich fast. And this is why they use leverage. And then they don't understand that their fear and greed gets like 10x too proportionally with the leverage that they use. And then they get wrecked.
I have so many stories of people who actually went through this journey but quit crypto after they went through hell. Like,
so many.
Out of my head, like I could talk about 3 persons I talked to right away. Like one which wanted to start with us, working with us, but she had to do one more trade before. Like I think she said that she needs to exit one more trade before she can join the program, because I think 50K were locked up in that one position, which was a leverage trade. So she also increased that position sets to, I don't know what it was. She said, yeah, I have to hold the position for 15 days because then XYZ happens and my position goes through the roof and then I will join. Fast forward, I wrote her like, okay, yeah, what's up? How's the position going and everything? But I also told her in the call that this sounds like a pretty risky thing. And she was just like, no, I have everything under control. Fast forward, 15 days later, 50K gone. She was like, yeah, I stopped crypto after that. I don't want to start with crypto anymore, blah, 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 blah. So, and this is just one story. I have so many stories of people who got wrecked, and not just like they lost 50% of their portfolio or 75%.
Completely.
They lost 100%. And not just like tiny amounts, not just like food money, like big money for that. And yeah, another person lost $500,000. Also because she did leverage trading. Mostly women, actually.
Don't say that.
No, I don't think that's mostly women. It's maybe just the persons or the people I talk to.
I know a lot of men as well, myself included in the beginning, not with huge sums, thankfully.
Yeah. I think we've all been at this point where we did like a trade and later on looked at it and said, okay, this was actually pretty stupid. Yeah, but yeah, I think leverage trading is very similar to a casino. Like you have, when you make money, it's one of the best things on earth because you made so much money with such a small position. And let's say you have like $15,000 in your portfolio and you enter a leverage position which increases the size to $75,000. And then you make at one day maybe $5,000 and you're like, wow, this is so much money. This is like 1/3 of my whole portfolio, which I made in one day. And this basically creates the feeling of, yeah, this is the thing that makes me money very fast. But also what people often forget is that it takes money very fast. And especially beginners who don't have risk management often fall into this trap of fast money. But then they forget, okay, there's also a huge downside to it. Because everything which has a huge upside also has a huge downside. So this is, I think, what makes people excited about leverage trading, especially, and also what kills a lot of profits or portfolios in crypto.
Of course, man. It's yeah. Basically, we're saying the same thing. It's just the enhancement of the emotions, and yeah, you can just lose everything or gain everything, and it's really addicting. And also, if you trade leverage, by the way, you are trading against exchanges, the most sophisticated people on earth. Like they have all the algorithmic bots. I think 70% of the stock markets are just like AI algorithms trading against each other. And in crypto, it's exactly the same. Like you're trading against, I remember in 2021, there were like the biggest firms like FTX, they all had their own algorithm bots, and you're trading against them. It's like whole teams of like, imagine 10 dudes with like software engineering programs from Harvard, MIT, sitting together in a room, like with maths and all that complicated shit. They're like, bro, we're going to create this bot. And you're just there in your room with your 10K, 20K in your underwear at 4 a.m. and you think you can out-trade them.
You watch 10 videos on trading.
Exactly.
An expert at trading.
Like people do not understand who they're trading against.
Yeah.
They're guys who've been doing this for 10 years. Like it's tough out there.
Yeah.
It's the Wild West. And of course, like people are going to lose their money because it's like if you have a pro football player playing against a guy who just started.
Yeah.
Of course this guy's going to win. You know? Yeah. If he doesn't have help in training, he cannot even compete against him.
Yeah.
It's instantly he wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the percentage of people who make money through trading in crypto is smaller than the percentage of people who make money with investing because of the crazy competition. Because it's a zero-sum game, basically. And investing, you can argue it's the same. But during specific times, it's easier because you don't have that much competition.
Maybe the technological leverage is just bigger on trading.
That's true, yeah.
Because in investing, I mean, you can use AI, you can use all these algorithms, but I just think the technological leverage is way higher with trading.
In crypto, you also, like when you look at investing in the stock market, because you have so many metrics that you can look at to evaluate the worth or the value of a company, you also fight against the big ones who have like this these huge amounts of data at their servers in their company, so which they can access at any time with algorithms who evaluate the real value, the true value, the intrinsic value of a company. And in the traditional financial world, you have also this huge competition in investing. But when you look at crypto, only like I would say very small percentage of people actually have like ways to evaluate the real worth of a currency. Even the big guys, I mean, you see it, how many VCs got whacked during the last bear market because they invested into something which was nowhere near the price or nowhere near its fair value, you know what I mean? So crypto is the Wild West, and investing, if you know what you're doing and if you have clear routes and a clear path and like a very good approach, a tested approach, I would say this, you have less fuck-ups in the whole strategy.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is why I would say every beginner should look into investing first. And also one of our mantras is basically master the fundamentals, understand big cycles first before you start with short-term positioning and short-term trades. Maybe you want to dig a bit into that.
Yeah, I mean I mean we will get to the point on how to choose exactly when you're a beginner or you're not sure yet where to start to determine, okay, I know what I want to do. Because this is the goal of the episode. We want to help the people to know exactly like I'm a beginner or I'm not sure which thing to try out, and to help them to determine, okay, this is for you, this is for you, this is for you, because there are many personality types and some other factors that play in to determine which thing you should do.
Yeah.
So I think let's get a bit more into that. What do you think about it?
We can do that. Yeah. All right. So personalities.
Yeah. Or like if you're a beginner, I'm new. I have 5K, 10K. where do I start, man? What do I do?
Okay, what's the knowledge level that the person starts with? Complete beginner?
Okay. Yeah, I've made a little bit of money. I've watched some YouTube videos. I'm on Twitter. I've seen some of your reels. So that's where I made my first money, by the way, by watching your reels. But that's it.
So complete beginner. When we go back to the one scale that we had once had with level 1 to level 10, you're on level 2.
Yeah, 2, 3.
All right, got it.
And of course, we've said like there's like team investing, trading, and work. I'm not working. I'm not on a team, and I'm considering investing or leverage trading.
Okay, the first question I would always ask myself in this situation is how much time do I have for crypto? So, because often people choose a strategy or choose a style of making money in crypto, which requires a lot of time. Trading requires a lot of time and attention.
Okay, let's take the average. I have a full-time job. I have time on weekends, and I maybe have 2 hours after work.
So that basically gives me the exact answer to which style you should choose. You should choose investing, and the reason for that is investing requires less time after you learn the skill, which basically means investing. I always explain it in this way. Investing has like a huge, not huge, but you have to invest some time in the beginning to understand how you invest and how to do like all the nitty-gritty things in investing and portfolio management and stuff like this. But after you learn this, the time investment is very low, meaning you have your portfolio and then you only have to invest maybe 15 to 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes already is a lot. Nowadays, I only look at the charts and my portfolio for maybe 10 minutes. Sometimes I don't even look at it at all because I don't have to. And when you look at trading, to make money, let's say you are a day trader, you have to look at the charts every day. This is like...
I would say if you're alone and you don't have a team, if you do not have 16 hours per day, 7 days a week, which you can dedicate to day trading, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
You're going to have a really hard time.
Also, your initial capital is so small. With $8,000, you are not getting anywhere. Like, there's a rule that you shouldn't, that the position size of a trade shouldn't exceed 1% of your whole portfolio. You can also go for like, let's say in the beginning to learn the skill, meaning you're only able to trade with $80. Correct? Am I correct? I'm correct. So even if you make a 200% increase on one of these trades, it's just $160. So it's worth more to go to your day job and work there and make money there than to do day trading. So like one other thing you can think about, like how much money do you earn with your job and how much money should you or do you have to earn through day trading to cut the amount of hours for your job, which brings you an active income. Day trading is an active income, by the way. This is another thing. Investing is a passive, more passive income. Not completely passive, but a more passive income. Meaning you have to, like, there are so many variables.
That's true.
Choose investing.
There are many variables because also if you have time, again, I'm talking about the 4 things, team, investing, trading, and finding a job in crypto. If you don't have a job and you have a lot of time, you can also look for a job in the crypto sphere. Start like we did. We started writing blogs and articles, and I know many people who did that. Or you can always find a job to earn at least $500 a month or $1,000 a month. It's literally, you just have to provide some value, and it's quite fairly easy to say.
Yeah.
And it's all remote. So if you are new, you can start with that, and it's actually quite good to gain some knowledge, but it's not going to bring you real money. It's not going to make you 7 figures. Like, I don't know any millionaire who did like blogs or got paid or made his millions by writing blogs, and he got paid for writing his blogs.
Especially nowadays. Yeah.
Especially nowadays. And yeah, like no one's gonna read your shit if you're beginning. If you have like Arthur Hayes. And of course you can document your journey, and if you know a bit about business, this is what you should be doing, not teaching. If you're at the beginning, you just document your journey. But anyways, so with that, you can start if you are time rich, cash poor. This is actually good. But we're talking about the big money. So let's get that out of the way. And you're probably not going to be able to join a team too, because you don't know shit about crypto and how can you provide value.
And you don't have a network.
You don't have a network, like it's going to be hard to join a good program. So we only have these two things left. And the other things, they will come at the end. Like these are in the champion rooms, you know, like these high level. To get into a team, like this is more high level. I don't know, maybe no beginners that are in a team that get many tokens and that get a huge payout.
No.
Like you can do some side jobs for a team, but whatever. So we're only left with these two things. And Robin just explained to you why day trading is just so much riskier than investing, and why it's like super hard. We've talked about this. Now, we only have one option left, which is investing. But now, how do I invest in cryptos? There's so many options. And if you want, I can start with this. Because I read a book which is called Mastery by Robert Greene, and it's an amazing book. I can definitely recommend it. It's the guy who wrote 48 Laws of Power, sorry. And he also wrote many other books. And it was in another book too, but I don't remember which one it was. I think it was like Expert Secrets, Business Secrets, whatever, one of these super famous business books. And the way to mastery, guys, is always, if you're investing into crypto, there's so many ways to make money. There's like airdrop farming, there's different categories. Then you can do some more technical stuff. You can build some MEV bots. You can build, maybe if you're good at marketing, you can kind of help there. And what I would do at the beginning is try everything. Try a bit of airdrop farming. Try a little bit to dabble around AI. Try to dabble around the new narratives. Right now it's meme coins. Maybe in a few years it's going to be quantum computing, whatever. And try out, just read some white papers, watch some videos, do some work on these topics, and choose the thing that you're naturally good at. And this will indicate you, God, nature will tell you by itself on which thing you should concentrate. And then once you've tried everything, you will have one or two things where you're like, this was more fun than all of the rest. And I know that the potential of making money in all the categories, if I'm in the top 1%, is high. I can make 6 to 7 figures. I only need to be in the top 5 to 10% of the best people in this category, and I can make 6 to 7 figures. So why would I choose something else which I'm naturally not inclined to be obsessed at and put all my work there? I'd much rather try a bit of everything. And I'm not talking about months, like you can take 1 month and try everything, then pick 1 or 2 niches that are good to you and go all into them. And then you will become successful and you will make money in crypto, because one of the rules of crypto is also pick 1 or 2 niches and go all into them. And if as soon as you leave one of these 2 to try something else, you're a beginner again. If I was an expert in L2s and L1s and I want to do AI now, I'm going to be a beginner. So the guy that was spending all his time in AI, he's going to make way more money than I do. So if you have a niche, like I would even consider, say, hey, I'm going to be an expert in this for the next 1, 2, 3 years. Pick a long time horizon and then go all into them. And then you'll guarantee like outperform the whole market. And as soon as you jump around, you'll fuck everything up and you will lose all your money.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest risks to that way of investing in crypto is the personality. Because when you are someone who has a lot of FOMO, this way of investing or this style of investing where you choose one area will lead to FOMO, because other areas will perform very well during that time and sometimes you have to sit still and do nothing and be in your area. Like for me, it's the same. Like I can maybe tell a story about that.
Yep.
I realized that I'm a very logical person. So for me, stuff like meme coins, AI, we won't get into why AI is not logical, but these kinds of areas which are very hype driven are not a natural talent of mine. Meaning I can look at numbers and I can make sense out of numbers. I can look at 10 different statistics, and out of these 10 statistics I can understand, okay, this is an investment which makes sense, and at one point you will make money on that investment. And for me it's basically, which is why I got when I saw base, for me base was a clear thing. Then nowadays it's with Ton. I look at Ton, it's just too stupid to not be involved in Ton without my view. But on the other hand, other investments are skyrocketing during that time while I'm investing into new projects, for example, the Ton ecosystem, which, if you are a very emotional person, would lead to you often look at these other areas and think, oh damn, I miss out. I'm not invested into the new AI hype or layer 2 hype or whatever. So you really have to understand your personality type. And this style of investing is, in my opinion, the only way you make money. But to be really successful at it, you need to understand your personality and understand how you have to handle yourself during times when everything else goes up, but your area maybe even goes down. So this mastery of your own personality is another thing which is really important, in my opinion.
And for the people who do not know what their own personality is, I would just say it's what I described also. It's because imagine you try everything else, and if you're a logical guy like you did, you tried out meme coins, you tried out AI, you tried out your logical stuff, then you will stick with the logical stuff because this is how you are wired. This is how your brain is wired. You naturally go there. And this is why you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same thing. So for everyone, just try this tactic out, and it will show you where to go. But also, if there are difficulties, sometimes it's, I don't know why, but people choose some subjects because they saw other people talking about it. If I make a video and saying AI is the future, and I ask them where do you want to be good at, they tell me AI, and maybe you're super I don't know, not techie person, not AI involved, you don't even know what a computer is. And this happened, by the way, in our coaching, because people, what I make them do, and we have monthly checklists, and they tell us where they want to be the best at. And what we do is we focus on picking one or two niches for each one of our clients or students, and we make them the best in their respective niches. And at the beginning, I talk to every one of our clients. So I know exactly what their background is, where they're from, etc. And if they come to me with something that doesn't suit them, I will tell them. And I will tell them, okay, this is maybe something hyped, but I think this thing might be better for you. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then they're like, yeah, you're right. I just said it because you talked about AI and all of that. And then they choose the other things, and I give them tasks every week, every month, and they become super good. I'm amazed at their progress. It's crazy how fast they learn. And if you also have someone to guide you and who knows you, it's a bit weird. We also had business conversation with people. They knew us better than ourselves.
Yeah.
It's a super weird feeling. It's a bit mind blowing. It's like talking to someone and they know yourself better than yourself.
Yeah.
Just what the hell, man? And this is what we do. And we help people choose the right direction. And I think this is how you know which niches to take. You can do it on your own, or just if you have an expert, it's even better.
Yeah. There's another risk to this style of investing, or this style of niching down in crypto. If you actually get into a niche which won't be hyped for a very long time,
Yeah.
then you will have a lot of opportunity costs, meaning being invested in this one area leads not to losses, but to underperformance. And this is another thing you have to think about. Like, if you don't understand which areas will get hyped, like you have to understand catalysts. This is basically.
Yeah, that's a bit more advanced.
Yeah, this is
That's
advanced.
a bit more advanced.
But as a beginner, understand, okay, what could lead to hype in my niche and how far away is that event? And if that event is 3 years, like, let's say you invest into quantum computing coins right now. The chances that we have a huge breakthrough in that area next year is not that big. Maybe you're wrong, maybe. Next year we all use quantum
Will come out.
Yeah. I'm no expert there. So.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a beginner, it's a good thing to start where you think you are, and this is a bit more advanced, but you're 100% right, and we also teach this stuff. But just to begin, I think it's good that they choose something.
Choose something.
Yeah,
choose one of the big areas.
Exactly. Because I think maybe they might be overwhelmed, if they come in and they'll have to choose a niche, then it has to last long and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Choose a niche.
Start with that.
In the like the most known niches from this bull run and the last bull run, the most hyped ones. Choose one of them, in my opinion.
I would choose one of the new ones.
Oh, the new ones. Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean,
you can do both, I guess.
You can do that. But I would say one of the niches which was hyped this bull one, and I think that's it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think this concluded it, and I think every one of you watching this or listening to this, you should now have a blueprint and a strategy on what to invest in or find the categories that you like. And yeah, you have no excuse not to make 6 to 7 figures in the next bull. We basically gave you the blueprint. It's simple, guys, but this, trust me, this is how it's done. It's so simple, guys, but no one sticks to it because no one listens to it. But we make sure that our students stick to it because we have accountability sheets. But you can do this on your own if you can stay accountable. If you implement what we said in this video, it's like almost guaranteed that you'll outperform all of the market. And if you have a quite good starting capital, I think 6 to 7 figures is very manageable.
It's manageable, 100%. And if you want our help to do that, there's the link underneath that episode. You can also ask questions. Also on Spotify, they have a feature. You can ask questions on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah.
You can comment?
Yeah, you can comment.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can also do polls and stuff like that. So if you have questions, comment and we will answer all of them. What else? Yeah, if you have a friend who would also benefit of that conversation and where you think, okay, you might should stop with that future trading stuff. Share this episode with them. And with that being said,
have a nice day, guys.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.